There are moments in life where you can accomplish something great, where you can uncover a mystery. However, in order to get that far, you will have to risk your life. You will have to make an important decision, and you might not get out of the whole deal in one piece. However, we managed to stay alive. We descended from the tower of Blackwood Manor in search of a window that could lead us into the secret room, and lo and behold, there was a window. Now we are inside. But this is not what I expected to find. As Michael already said himself, very mysterious indeed. This is a nursery, a children's room. I have to admit, that drawing in the master bedroom as well as the baby wagon were strange enough. But now, this right here is the ultimate proof. The Blackwoods have or had a child. But where is he or she now? Why would the Blackwoods break up the room of their own child? I was expecting a room full of some kind of evidence, documents, maybe some strange item, but not this. I kind of feel bad for disturbing the peace of this seemingly forgotten place, but I have no choice. That empty cradle inside such a dirty and neglected room made me feel very sad. Oh, Michael, I cannot deny that I am feeling a little depressed as well. So far, all we found out about the history of the Blackwoods was negative. A murder, noises, only insane things. And now this. But I'm not gonna play detective just yet. I need to examine this room a little bit more. Oh dear, Elizabeth, you might not like this one. It's a picture of a female child, but for some reason it looks like a doll to me. And dolls can be quite scary. We found that out already by looking at other pictures here within the manor. I don't like it. What do we have here? Two children tending to the needs of what looks like a large dog. To be honest, this picture is better than the first one, but I don't know if I would hang up stuff like this in the room of my own child. This one is normal enough, sure, but the other one, that's the kind of stuff nightmares are spawned from. Maybe I'm just being a little nitpicky, but still. What do we have down here? Lots of old toy blocks. Anything out of the ordinary? Not really. But this close-up just proves how long this room must have been sealed up already. Just dirt covering the letters. The letters themselves are slowly fading away. What a sad image. Anything else? There's a toy plane. And more random blocks. B-I-N. Is there some kind of meaning to these? If yes, then I'm not seeing it yet. Oh well. We can come back here, maybe, if I want to. The creepy wooden horse seemed to be smiling at me. I didn't even notice that. Thanks for pointing that out, Michael. Now I don't feel safe in this room. Oh my, the last time I was scared by a wooden horse or something was in Silent Hill 3. Oh, that cursed amusement park. And the intro sequence as well. Hopefully it will stay a lifeless object. And there we have a chair. And of course the bricked up door. It seemed as if someone took extreme measures to forget about the existence of this room for some reason. Mr. Blackwood. Michael, are you suspecting Mr. Blackwood of something? I have to play detective now. There's just too much in this room that confuses me. So, the most important question I have is, did this room get bricked up before or after Catherine Blackwood disappeared? Maybe something happened to that child. Maybe they couldn't handle it and therefore wanted to forget about this room. Or even worse, maybe Catherine couldn't handle it, less than James, and therefore took her own life. But that wouldn't make a lot of sense, because why would James then proceed to bury a body inside the garden? The answers are somewhere out there, I know it. I'll have to think about this some more while examining the rest of this room. Here we have the picture of, probably a girl, judging by the dress, holding, what is that? A giant needle? No, probably not. She's riding a toy horse, I presume. A weird picture. And on this side, a large mirror. And I think the last picture, two boys holding, could be a wooden stick. There's a sheep in front of them. And there are more children in the background, almost like angels. The meaning escapes my knowledge. Well then, I'd say that only leaves us with the drawers. I think at a later point in time I will have to put down all the dates and events we've discovered and found out about, because an order is important. When did what happen? But not right now. Hopefully there's something of use inside the drawers, or else the suicidal act will have been for naught. First of all, a picture of a girl. I still don't know anything about the gender of the Blackwoods' child. Maybe it's just another one of these random pictures they like to put down everywhere, or place everywhere. Not helping. We have a toy plane, a car, a huge lamp, and of course the drawers. Let us take a look inside. Rather colorful bed sheets, a baby bottle, and a rattle. Did the child of the Blackwoods even reach adulthood? There's also a book, probably about fairy tales. And, what's that to the left? Looks like some kind of certificate. This could be important. Aha! A birth certificate. Just what I was looking for. Let's see if this is going to be of any help. Registration number, registration date. 1961. Child's first name. Of course, there has to be a spot right there where the name is supposed to be. Middle name is blacked out as well. Only the last name, Blackwood. So it is the child of the Blackwoods. But no name, damn it. Date of birth, the 7th of August 1961. That was about 15 years ago. Place of birth, Rothbury, yes. Sex, male. So the Blackwoods had a little boy. If that little boy is still alive, then he would only be a 15-year-old child. I don't think they had just abandoned that child. There's more to it. Something probably happened to him. Of course, the parents' names: Catherine Lydia Blackwood, James Thomas Blackwood, and the informant Christopher E. Milton. Of course, the doctor, the best friend of the family. Well, that's all nice and informative, if only we had the name. But can this help us in any way? I just want to know if the child is still alive. I wondered if this member of the family was still around town, and perhaps would be able to shed some light upon the past history of the house. I had to find some way of getting in touch with him. To be honest, if the child is still alive, that could work. Sure, only 15 years old, but hey, just because of that doesn't mean that he would be stupid or something. But I need more. Maybe Michael wrote down something in his journal. Let's have a look. I may be insane, but at least I managed to get inside the room. I don't think I understand yet that I have just risked my life. One wrong step, and it would have been fatal. As it turns out, the hidden room belonged to the son of the Blackwood family. I still can't tell why it was bricked off, but I should try and see if he's still around. He may be the only one that can tell me what happened inside this house. Well, Michael, we do have to think a little bit realistically here. I mean, sure, perhaps you could manage to find the child, wherever he may be in Rothbury, but think about it. The room was bricked off. Or up, whatever. I'm sure the son did not just wander off because he didn't feel like living here anymore. Also, there's the second drawer. I will get to that in a second. There has to be more to this story. Just bed sheets. I mean, maybe the son was handicapped, and that's why the Blackwoods didn't want him, but that would be heartless. That would be a strange turn of events. What can we conclude from all this? To be honest, I still don't want to play detective because I feel like pieces of the puzzle are missing. I can make countless theories, but they could always prove to be wrong if I stumble upon something else. What did we gain from this room, other than knowledge? Well, I guess there's one thing. We did gain a date. The date of the son's birth, the 7th of August, 1961. The last time we checked for a date up in the attic, we made the surprisingly gruesome discovery of the murder. So who knows what we will stumble about if we try to search for the date of the son's birth. But I guess that's all we can do in here for now. This room is just a relic of the past. It is time to leave through the... Oh no. I was about to say time to leave through the door. The non-existent door, that is. How could I forget? We will have to climb back out. Oh joy. Am I ready for this? Oh Michael, the things we do to get behind the greater picture, and I didn't examine this yet. I almost forgot about it. But why would you place such a creepy angel face above the cradle of your own child? The angel was supposedly guarding the room, but it didn't make me feel any safer. Everybody, don't blink. Alright, I blinked. I guess it's alright. Nothing to worry about. Well, I guess we can... Oh my god! It's killing me. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry, but the atmosphere is so very depressing. I'm trying to spice the mood up a little bit, or maybe I'm just trying to make myself feel motivated enough to climb this rope back up. Well then, Michael, you did this once already. Climbing up is certainly a little bit tougher than climbing down, but it is our only escape. And why do I feel like I will have to return to this place eventually? Whatever. Deep breaths. And here we go, Michael. For the truth. Oh, Jesus Christ. What a day. Come on, Michael. Get up. Yeah. And another one. You can do this. Ignore the rain. Yeah. There it is. The window's inside. And into the window, Michael. Into the window. I never want to do that again. Ever. In my fucking life. I would go down into the basement, rather, than climbing down into the secret room. At least the basement didn't try to kill me yet. Can you believe it? When I came to this place, I just did it because I wanted an inspiration for my book. And here I am, climbing down ropes during a storm, pouring down like cats and dogs, not caring about my own life. Well, I guess I do care. If I didn't, then I would be dead by now. But it's strange. It's like this manor is casting a spell onto me that makes me want to find out more. Well then, we have found a date. Time to check out the huge pile of newspapers. And I can already tell that I am gonna dig up something that should have stayed buried. Here we are. There are the newspapers, only one step away. And here is the baby wagon. They wanted to forget about everything, but still kept the wagon and the picture around. Maybe they couldn't completely let go of their child. Well, whether the child is still alive and just left or died, let's see if the date can lead us onto something. The date was the 7th, I think, of August, but the year is more important. Nothing in the journal, but it was 1961. Aha! I checked if there was anything of interest back in August 1961. Here goes. We got something. I knew it. The journal Northumberland Daily Newspaper, Wednesday, 10th of August 1961. Let us read. Sad news hits our beloved town today, following an announcement that was received with rejoicing amongst many that one of the most illustrious members of our community, Mr. James Blackwood, was having a child soon. We now have to relate a macabre turn of events. The son that was being lovingly awaited by the Blackwood family died shortly after the delivery due to a strange ailment. Understandably, the information disclosed about this happening was succinct. It appears that Miss Catherine Blackwood was already suffering from pains in her stomach, probably an indication that there was something not healthy about her pregnancy. Dr. Christopher Milton, who attended the birth, assured us that he made every possible effort to ensure a safe delivery, but with bowed head, he said that the boy was already doomed ever since his conception. The cause of death has not been stated, but those few close to the Blackwood family have said there were serious complications during the delivery. Helping to relieve that somber news, Mrs. Blackwood was thankfully found to be out of danger. Her husband did not wish to comment about the event. And what is that tiny bit down there? J. Keegan, blah blah blah, while driving his motorcar, was held up by 8 armed and masked men, blah blah. Nothing related to our case. Well then, I think it is time to put the pieces we found together. The son of the Blackwoods is dead. Oh dear. I was expecting to find such somber news, but you know, I always try to keep my hopes up until the end. Looks like both Catherine and James really wanted their child, but apparently the boy was doomed from the very beginning. That is, in all honesty, nothing too special though. That's what happens all the time. Sadly, babies can die before being born. The same thing happened to my own mother. She lost about 3 babies before she decided to try it one more time, and thankfully I was lucky enough to embrace the sunlight. But for some reason I know that this is linked to all the negative events we found out about so far. But where is the deeper connection? This article basically told us that the son of the Blackwoods is dead. I already expected something like that, but I need to know more. Did Catherine kill herself because she lost her son? It still wouldn't explain why James buried the body. Or did maybe James kill Catherine out of grief or anger because she was not able to carry out his son? That would be selfish and horrible. Where the hell is James Thomas Blackwood anyway? Ever since the deaths of his son and wife, he just disappeared from the face of the earth. Is he still alive or dead as well? My huge disappointment quickly gave way to an empty void feeling. Something wasn't right here. I began wondering if James Blackwood was somehow involved with the death of his son. I don't even know anymore. I wouldn't say that James directly killed his son, but maybe something influenced Catherine's pregnancy and led to the dire incident that occurred 15 years ago. I think we should have another look at Michael's journal. Perhaps he's written down something of interest. I guess that deep inside myself I knew the reason why, but I had to make sure. The Blackwoods' son died a long time ago, which is arguably the reason why the room was bricked up and left abandoned. The thing that is not clear is whether the child was born dead or died shortly after delivery. Well, Michael, whatever happened 15 years ago, in whatever way James T. Blackwood might be involved, I think this is all we can do for now. It's a rainy day. We might be able to give Jerry another call or Barbara about a letter, but other than that, stare out of the window into the storm and let the depression's somber and dire news sink in.